Send him in.
You summoned me, O great Master Ghali.
Yes, dear boy. It appears you put on quite a show for those Grey Knights with your landing party. Most impressive.
By bullet or blade, they fall, Master. They fall.
Oh, agreed. In recognition of your efforts, I'm going to bestow on you a gift.
I am so grateful and humbled. You honor me, Master Ghali. You honor me.
I will require something in return.
Anything you ask, Master. Anything at all.
I'm going to need your body.
As you wish. I'm yours to command.
Come now, you're shaking. It'll be over soon. Being a vessel for a greater demon is the greatest gift anyone can give you.
Will it hurt?
Yes, of course. Let's begin.
I feel it. The warp washes over me. I see the fire. It's beautiful.
And what is your name?
This one is Kurwa. Show me to your enemies.
Soon, my friend, soon. The pack of wild dogs is not far behind us.
We play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com, here with Matthew. Welcome, Wargamers, to this narrative battle report. From the title, you may have noticed that it is Tyranids versus Black Legion. And gathering from the narrative that you've listened to, we are fighting Grey Knights. And you'll see exactly what that means in just a moment when we show off the table and the armies. We're doing something different today, so take a look-see. First and foremost, this game is going to be played out in two parts. The first battle will be 1,500 points of Tyranids that you see right here versus 750 points of Chaos Space Marines. The second game will be the remnants of the Tyranids, whatever's left over, whatever's live, versus this 1,000 points of Black Legion coming in as reinforcements. That'll be in the MiniWarGaming Vault. The victory conditions will be determined by this open war deck, and they will be crafted to fit the narrative. Black Legion have done a very good job clearing out this void port. What you see there are the remnants of the Grey Knights. For this first battle, we have Master Ghali here, Master Possessions, and we have one Greater Possessed. We have a squad of possessed Chaos Space Marines as well, 6 in total, 20 cultists with autoguns, a Rhino that's carrying 10 Chaos Space Marines with bolters and an autogun, and a plasma pistol chain axe on the champion. And then we have Raptors, and there's a melt-a-gun with the Raptors there. For my Warlord trait, I've taken Soul Eater, which states that each time a Warlord, which is me right here, destroys an enemy unit, I get to immediately regain D3 lost wounds, which is sweet. I am eating the souls, which is very, very fitting for what he does. Infernal Power is one of his psychic abilities. I basically just get to reroll hit and wound rolls of 1 for friendly demon units that are within 6 inches of me, because I bolster them and I buff them. The one that's really cool here is Possession. So that increases the AP of my melee attacks by 2, first off. And in addition to this, if I kill an enemy infantry character unit, I can turn him into a spawn, which is pretty sweet. If he was Adeptus Astartes or Heretic Astartes, I can make him a Greater Possessed. But he's not. I'm not fighting that today, so let's see some spawn being created out of this. I think that'd be sweet. I have the Sightless Helm as my relic, and I decreased the Ballistic skill by 1, but improved the armor pen by 1 of all my weapons. So I guess my melee attacks are AP better by -3. I am Black Legion, so I am better leadership by 1 across the board for my Marines. And that is the 750 points that I'll be using in this mission. Whatever I have left over will be included in the second game and added to this 1,000 points of reinforcements.
And on this side is my 1,500 points of overwhelming melee Tyranid force. When asking Dave what he preferred to see, he said, don't bring the same thing twice. So you won't see me bringing the same unit twice. Obviously, there's more than one model in the same unit. This is a custom high fleet. I decided that we went for the adaptation that I wanted to get into close combat, and we're going to focus on Scything Talons. And so we sharpened all of our Scything Talons before we came here, and we added some biometal to them. So we got biometallic cysts, which gives all regular Scything Talons +1 to their AP. So that'll affect almost everything you see on the table here, except like the Scythe Hero Duels, massive Scything Talons, and then things that don't have Scything Talons, like the Brood Lord and the Neurothrope. But everything else has Scything Talons. I also gave them Pack Hunters, so they're trying to outnumber and swarm in, so I thought that was kind of narratively made sense. And so when they go to fight in close combat, if the unit fighting outnumbers the unit it's targeting, they get an additional improvement to their armor penetration.
Whoa.
So you could have those little Hormagaunts coming on in and being AP -2 with their Scything Talons. Still only strength 3, so usually wounding on 5s, except against cultists, but can be pretty interesting. Combine that with a couple stratagems, like the Hormagaunts have a stratagem to get an extra AP in close combat, and then there's a stratagem that if I kill something in the fight phase, I can improve their AP for the rest of the battle. And you can get some interesting combinations of things becoming good that normally aren't good. Leading the entire thing, we've got 3 HQ choices. The one that's most linked to the Hive Mind, in other words, the Warlord, is my Neurothrope, and he's got Catalyst, so he can hand out a 5-up ignoring wounds, psychic power to a unit. And he won't have a Warlord trait because I'm bringing adaptive physiologies. Right next to him is my only proxy. That is a Tyranid Prime, but he's got 2 sets of Scything Talons. He does not have a Death Spitter or Devourer or whatever that thing is supposed to be. He is upgraded with Adrenal Glands and Toxin Sacs, so he'll have an extra +1 to his advances and charges, and 6s to wound, do 2 damage instead of 1, which, if I was playing against regular Space Marines, that would actually be something. But he's all 1 wound over there. But I guess if he's attacking a character, or somehow he's trying to scratch the paint off of a Rhino or Hellbrute, then maybe it'll be slightly better. And right behind him we have the Brood Lord, who will be leading his huge brood of Gene Stealers. He's got the Resonance Barb, so his brain's been upgraded to be a little better at psychic powers. He can cast an additional psychic power, and he gets +1 to his psychic tests. And I gave him the Horror, because I just find that fits him thematically, because it's actually what he always used to have to come with, which is targeting an enemy unit, making them really afraid. They get -1 to their hit rolls and to their leadership, which is kind of fun. And then just kind of lots and lots of other stuff. So right next to that big blob of HQ, we have a 9 warrior squad. 9 Tyranid warriors with double Scything Talons. Adrenal Glands? Did I give them Adrenal Glands? I did, yes. So they have +1 advance and charge. And then I gave them the Adaptive Physiology Enhanced Resistance, which is they ignore AP -1 and -2. So with their 4-up save and 3 wounds apiece, that makes them much better, unless you happen to just hit them with plasma or melt it, then they die. Right next to them, to the left, we got a max-size squad of Hormagaunts. No upgrades there, except for all the stuff I talked about in the High Fleet, which makes their Scything Talons better. So they'll be skittering up the board to have some fun. Behind them, we've got some Raveners. That's right, Raveners, never bring them, but we're doing Scything Talons. That's a thing today. So we got a big old blob of 9 Raveners. They're like warriors, but worse almost in every way, except they're slightly faster, and they can deep strike, which, you know, it's fine, except you can't give them Adrenal Glands to get +1 to their charge, so it's a long bomb 9-inch charge if they try to show up. So those are the Raveners. And to their right is my other troop choice, bringing me up to 3 troop choices, which is a max squad of Gene Stealers, and all with their Scything Talons and Rending Claws, of course, and then the appropriate number upgraded to have their Acid Maws for the little bit of extra armor penetrating. But a Tyranid list is incomplete without some monsters. So in front of them we've got a Moloch, which, unlike every other Tyranid monster, has regular Scything Talons, which is normally awful, and is still awful on him. But now they at least start with AP -1. Not only that, get this, you ready for this super combo? That's gonna just like throw the internet off and start showing up in every tournament? I gave him an Adaptive Physiology, murderous size. So those Scything Talons get +1 strength, AP, and damage. So now they're not strength 6, AP nothing, 1 damage on a monster. Now they're strength 7, AP -2, 2 damage. Whoa! Whoa, slow down, Matthew.
Oh, heavy bolter!
I know, right? Yeah, yeah. Basically, it'll make him like maybe actually do something in close combat rather than what he normally does, which is absolutely nothing. So we'll see what happens. And then in front of him, it's actually something that's decent, with no joke. It is a Scythe Hero Duel. So he's fast. He hits like a ton of bricks. He will one-shot any vehicle you put in front of him. And he's got that nasty Flamer, which is 3d6 auto hits at a pretty good strength in AP. 1 damage only, which normally makes it bad. But in hindsight, I realized that all of Dave's stuff is 1 wound. So maybe it makes it good.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's pretty much my only shooting attack, is that 1 Flamer. But we'll see what happens. I have a funny feeling that he'll still be alive at the end of the game, whereas a good portion of my smaller stuff will be dead. But I've got to have something alive because we got 1,000 points of reinforcements coming in. So it's not just about beating Dave, it's about pulverizing him. So I have some sort of fight in me still left when we go to the second game. That is my 1,500 points of Tyranids.
And coming back over to the Black Legion side, I'm just going to show off the 1,000 points of reinforcements that's coming on in the second game. We have an 8-man squad of Chosen out front, Power Fist and Plasma Pistol on the champion. They have Astartes Chainswords, 5-man squad of Chaos Space Marines with Bolters, Plasma Pistol, Power Axe on the champion there. We have 5 Terminators. They are WYSIWYG with their Power Axes and Combi Bolters. We have a Combi Melta on the one there with a Power Fist. We have a squad of Havocs with Heavy Bolters. And then we have a Venom Crawler. How often do you see these guys? For me, it's rare, and that'll be fun. And then we have a Hellbrute with his Multi-Melta and his Hellbrute Fist. And then we have 8 Bikers with the keyword Corn, because that's the best way to bring Bikers, and that's what we're gonna bring. That's the 1,000 points of reinforcement that's coming in the second game. Because this is a narrative game, there are certain custom rules that we are implementing for fun's sake. First and foremost, there are no command points. However, we still have access to our stratagems. We will be using our stratagems once, and only once per stratagem, over the course of both games. For example, my Veterans of the Long War I can use once, and only once. And same thing for your stratagems.
It forced me to actually dig into my codex and learn a bunch of stratagems I never bring.
Right.
Because usually you're like, that's not worth the points, but now you can use it for free.
But only once. That's right.
So.
And the other thing too, we are nixing the command reroll. So whatever happens, happens. If you lose a guy, you can't say, oh, I'm gonna reroll a save. None of that. That's not gonna happen. Also, the auto pass morale, that stratagem we are also taking out. Because the number of models is so important in this narrative set, I'm also going to nix the Triad of Taters. That's exactly what they are.
I'm hungry.
Because they're food for you. The Tide of Traitors, which allow them to redeploy at full strength, the squad of cultists. So I'm not going to do that. Just in the spirit of the narrative. Even though I have access to it, I won't be doing that. And also as a note, if one of these big monster creatures goes down to say 4 wounds, in the next game he'll still be alive, but with 4 wounds. We're going to designate 1 HQ each to have plot armor, meaning they will be alive in the next game whether they're killed or not in this game. So Matt, which one do you choose?
Well, I think it would thematically fit to choose my Warlord. Like I said, he's the one that's linked most of the hive mind, so you would will him back alive. Unless you turn him into a spawn, then we'll figure that out then.
Okay. Master Ghali will have plot armor, so he'll come back even if he's killed in this game. For objectives, we are doing split objectives, so we have different objectives in this game. Matt's objective will be War of Attrition, and we are counting total model count, not power or points for this game. Because it's narrative, we're going with the model route. And that states at the end of the 5th battle round, the player with the highest total is the winner, even if their own army has been completely destroyed, which I doubt will happen to Matt. And for the Black Legion side, our objective is the prize. So there's something very specific that I'm here for and that I want. And that's represented by this Tyranid specimen inside this stasis chamber. This will be placed in the center of the battlefield, or in our case, as close as possible to it. And whatever infantry model is within an inch of it at the end of the game counts as holding it for the purposes of possessing this prize. Master Ghali and his forces have been here for a number of days trying to open this stasis chamber. It's not just locked physically. There's some imbued powers that keep it locked. And by doing so, we have the twist, which is a warp storm, a rolling tide of the warp spill out into real space, which is very fitting considering that the Tyranids are descending. With that, we'll be adding 1 to psychic tests and adding 6 inches to the range of psychic powers. In addition to this, psychic perils of the warp will be suffered on 3 mortal wounds instead of the regular D3. Because we are grabbing objectives from the open war deck, I'm going to grab a ruse and a sudden death card. Sudden death is played if the force is double or more my force, which it is. His Tyranid force is exactly double mine. So my sudden death victory condition is I have to have at least 1 model on the battlefield at the end for me to be declared the winner. My ruse here, at the start of the first battle round, I select 1 unit from Matt's army, and I can re-roll wound rolls of 1 for attacks that target that unit, or any other unit with the same data sheet as that unit. Matt doesn't know that I have this ruse or sudden death. He knows I have them in general, but he doesn't know what they are specifically, which is why I'm whispering. And on this flank, we have the Tyranids encroaching in as the attackers in this battle. And just to show where things are in relation to each other, the
Very
Black
close.
Legion, they are scary close, yes, absolutely. 10 Chaos Space Marines inside that Rhino right there. In this battle, I'll be the defender and Matt will be the attacker. We're gonna roll off and whoever wins goes first.
Burrowing underground, we have our unit of 9 Raveners, and then our Moloch, Terror from the Deep.
The winner of this battle will get to reuse a stratagem that they have used in this battle.
Refresh one, yeah.
Yeah, 1 gets to be refreshed. Rolling to see who's gonna go first.
Well, probably me. Tyranids.
That will be you.
I'm going to use my first stratagem, one I never use, because why? Digest and Denial after deployment before the first battle round begins. Choose a piece of terrain other than fortifications, and then you don't get cover anymore from it. So it makes sense to choose, let's say this thing.
Okay.
You have
I'm on it.
Yeah, I'm not really going to be shooting you, but I've got to show off that I can use a stratagem that I don't normally ever use.
That's right. I as well have something to reveal. It's my ruse. Priority target, so at the start of the first battle round, which is now, I'm going to select one of your units, and then I can re-roll wound rolls of 1 against it.
Your whole army.
Whole army.
No way. Gene Stealers.
No way.
Okay.
Because there might be some nightmares associated with these Gene Stealers that are years old. Maybe recurring nightmares. Either way, it'll be a little bit easier to wound them.
Warriors are going to move up. It's going to be a bit of a long charge. We'll need a 10-inch charge, but they've got adrenal glands, which gives them +1. So we're not going to get too aggressive with them when they could actually get in there.
So is that a 9-inch then?
Yeah, I'd have to roll a 9. And then there's a prime right behind them who will be sticking with them to give them their +1 weapon skill and ballistic skill. But I'll roll, you know what I'll do is I'll leave a little space for him and I'll roll an advance. And he does have adrenal glands, so he gets +1 of this. I'm not even going to use half of what he just got, so he's just going to stick himself right there. He's watching the back. He's like, I know there's going to be some chaos punks showing up. We're going to be ready for them.
The Xenos are coming! Ready!
We'll do an advance on the Gene Stealers because they can charge after they advance. Only a 2, no adrenal glands or anything, so they're moving 10 inches. They should be fine. Although there's no So they surge forward right to this point, getting ready to eat those cultists. We're going to leave a little path, though, for the Broodlord to...
Ah, that's very polite.
Yes.
How courteous.
They want his buff, so... Broodlord will advance 4. That's, once again, more than enough for him to tuck himself right there.
So I've just learned Broodlords don't speak, it's all psychic. So is it like...
If you were in a Gene Stealer cult and there was one nearby, you could get, like, impressions of emotions and images and stuff.
I'm feeling sad, boys.
Yeah, it's more like he pushes them to more hyper-aggression or to do whatever they need to do. But right now he's part of the Tyranid hive mind, so this one's actually much more dull. It's a Broodlord, not a Patriarch, so he's just another organism that happens to be a synapse node. Hormagaunts will also advance. They have adrenal glands, so they'll get +1 of this. So we're looking at a 15-inch move. we're just going to swarm forward into here, but we're going to leave a spot for that Scythe Hero Duel. A lot of guys.
This is like you're dropping money. You have so many.
They're my bullets. Care about them like I care about bullets. You need them, but you don't mourn their loss.
I'd say ouch, but no, that's not true. You do have feelings.
Scythe Hero Duel just pop forward, just getting in range to send his 18-inch torrent flamer that way. And lastly, my Neurothrope will advance. This is going to ominously float forward, making sure to maintain his 3-inch distance from both the Scythe Hero Duel and the Hormigant, so that you have lookouts that are working on him. Let's do our psychic powers. We're going to start off with the Neurothrope. We have a +1 because of the twist. We'll start with a simple Smite. He can do 2 powers, and he only knows 2 powers. So Smite first, which he gets on a 10. Not enough to do the D6 Smite. Do you have anything to stop this, by the way?
What's the range of that?
Well, Smite, so 18 inches. It'll hit your cultists.
Of the denial, 24 inches.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do I have to have line of sight too?
No, but I have 4 powers to do.
Okay, well, you can go ahead and smite those guys all you'd like.
So D3, so 1 of their heads explode from Smite.
Okay.
It also knows Catalyst, which it gets on an 8. This will allow me to give a unit a 5-up ignoring wounds.
I'm going to try to deny this.
You got to roll higher than an 8, so 9 or higher.
Nope.
So my Gene Stealers will have an ignoring wounds and mortal wounds on a 5+ mechanic until my next psychic phase. And my Broodlord has the Resonance Barb, which gives him a built-in +1, so he'll have a +2 to his psychic tests, and he can manifest an additional 1. So let's start with the boring Smite.
The boring smite?
Yeah, Smite's boring. It's my second Smite, so I need 6 to get it. And I get it with a 9, which is not enough to do anything special, so just D3 mortal wounds. 1 more mortal wound. See? Boring. Heck, it could do lots of mortal wounds. It's still boring.
The cultist that just died didn't think that was boring. His head exploded.
And then he stares up at your possessed, your unit of possessed, and he tries to weird them out with the horror, which I get with a 7, which will give them -1 leadership and hit rolls.
Because you're +2 to this.
Yes, I have +2 to that. We'll just put a little red token on there to remind us that those possessed are -1 leadership and -1 to hit roll.
Gem of shame.
Into the shooting phase, I only have 1 shooting attack, which is from the Scythe Hero Duel. It's a good one. It's a 3d6 flamer. I only have 1 target though, which is the cultists, only ones that I can see within range. So we're gonna do some damage to them. So 3d6 auto hits, so we got 10. And these are strength 6, so we need on 2s. And they're -1 AP, or -2 AP.
All death.
So 9 die. My only shooting attack.
So that's 9 in total. So you may notice that I am removing the closest. I'm doing that thematically, not because I have to.
Although it works better for the charge too, right? It's a harder charge now.
It does.
Into the charge phase, we got my Tyranid warriors right here, who are going to declare a charge into your cultists. Do you want to use your once per 2 games Overwatch?
Absolutely not.
With your auto guns? No? Okay, so we already said this before. This is a 10-inch charge, but I have Adrenal Glance, which gives them +1. So we're not using command point rerolls. I got nothing to help this. Just got to roll a natural 9 or higher. Oh, I saw the 6 and got excited. That's a 9-inch charge. It is not enough.
Korn didn't want it.
Nope. I really wanted to get them in because I have a stratagem that when Synapse creatures are near a target, I can roll 3 dice and take the best 2 for my other charges. Because now these Gene Stealers charge is a little harder. Now if I declare just into the cultist, it's a 6-inch charge. But if I declare a multi-charge into your greater possessed, then it's a 7-inch charge. And but killing some cultists, like who cares, right? So this has got to be like pedal to the metal. If I'm gonna have hose down a bunch of them, we're gonna try to take advantage of it.
You're gonna kill Gulgur.
I'm gonna try to go for Gulgur, whose name has no vowels. It's just Gulgur. And it's just a bunch of guttural noises, which, to be honest, that's demons for you, right?
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to declare multi-charge. This is your last chance to do an Overwatch.
No Overwatch.
You sure?
Oh,
Auto
yeah.
guns against Gene Stealers?
There are better weapons in the future.
Yes. So I need to roll 7. What did I roll?
7.
I can't see it. I rolled a 7. Oh, that's close.
That's it.
Here we come. Here we come. So he was the one that's within 7. And then, yeah, we're going to be able to engage them both, which is very, very important.
Kill the Xenos!
Let's do this. Here we are. Maybe the Broodlord could declare a charge and get in too. I doubt it though. Gene Stealers swarm in. The Broodlord wants a taste of that. So he's going to declare a charge against the cultist. I've already measured this. I need a 10-inch charge for him to make it, because he has to go a little laterally. Oh yeah, nowhere near. That's half of what he needs. So, no. He's just going to stay back and be like, and they'll all get +1 to hit.
That translates to, I'm sad, boys. Make me happy.
Fight phase. I will fight, obviously, with the Gene Stealers first. We're going to do some pile-on-ins. And then we're going to put as many attacks as we can onto your Greater Possessed. Since I outnumber you, all my weapons will have an extra armor penetration. Probably stick to Scything Talons though, because I'll have a +1 to hit with my Broodlord nearby, and Scything Talons let me reroll hits. And because of my high fleet trait, my Scything Talons come with a built-in -1 AP. We'll start with the cultists. I've got 6 Gene Stealers that can attack the cultists. 4 attacks each because I have at least 10 guys. So we're looking at 2s to hit because of the nearby Broodlord, re-rolling 1s. Not that I need to, because they're Scything Talons. They all hit. Now we're looking at 3s to kill.
I could have, just been courteous and removed my guys for you, man.
You never know, right? No, that's
you
enough.
never-
That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's still more to go.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Yeah, that's
oh,
it.
yeah,
2s and 3s re-rolling. Who knew? Who knew?
That's all of the
A
cultists.
bunch of Arnolds, eh?
Because we're fighting on Mars.
Now against the Greater Possessed.
Gogor!
Now he's a little better, so I could consider using my Running Claws, which right now would be AP -2 built in because of the prey, the Pack Hunters, and then the 6s. But I think, you know what? Yeah, let's use Running Claws because I'm going to be hitting on 2s. Yeah, I'm going to be hitting on 2s. If I was hitting on 3s, then I'd go for the Scything Talons to get a few extra hits. So Running Claws. Oh, there's 3 1s, so I failed 3 because of it. But then Dave reminded me that he has a 5-up invulnerable save, so it doesn't. You don't need a better than -2.
No.
So we'll say like Scything Talons. Dave said I can reroll, so I'm gonna reroll. Look at that, they all hit. And then we're looking at 5s to wound, and 6s mean nothing. I did not put poison on them. Ooh, not very many. We've only got 5.
You got 5, the amount of wounds he's got, and it's a 5-up save, isn't it?
Yeah, so you should survive.
Yeah. Save 1 and I'm good.
Gulgor will fight back with
6 attacks.
Hold on. You gotta roll your saves.
What do you mean?
5 saves, 5 up.
Oh, I thought I did that already.
No, we haven't done that yet.
Oh,
One. No!
It was just the one that I
Okay,
needed.
well, implant attack.
When you do that now or at the end of the
Right
phase?
now. Use a stratagem after a Tyranid unit from your army fights in the fight phase. Roll a dice for each enemy model, other than vehicles, that was wounded. On a 2+, they take a mortal wound.
Okay.
I barely ever use this, because I always forget.
Well, that's good.
But because
And that's the one time
I
you
can only
use
use
it.
my stratagems once per game, this seems like the perfect place to use that.
So
right?
on a 2-up?
On a 2-up, he's dead.
Okay.
Unless you have a way to ignore mortal wounds.
Nope.
Oh!
And he's taken out.
Implant attack for the win. And he's a character, right?
Oh, he is a character.
Oh, there's another stratagem I could use that does nothing. Feeder tendrils, because he's a character I could gain D3 command points. So I'll just put that one away. Oh, I'm tempted to consolidate into your master possession, but I know he's decent at close combat. Like not ridiculously well, or not ridiculously good. So I'm just gonna pile in like this. I am not going to, or sorry, consolidate like this.
Not consolidate into him.
I'm not going to allow him to fight me back. Not that I'd worry about you killing too many, but because we're playing 2 games, I feel like every model of mine is greater value, and I don't like that you made me think of that way for my Tyranids. But I got it.
Yes.
One more stratagem. I like using stratagems without paying any command points, even if it's, but I have it only once that makes it hard. Aggressive adaptation. I don't have a card for this one. It's from the Blood of Baal book. It's in the fight phase. When I kill a unit, I can use a stratagem, and they adapt. They're like, oh, that's how you kill regular humans with no armor. Oh, and they get +1 to their armor penetration for the rest of the battle.
And against everything.
Yeah, just all their melee weapons
Ah.
get +1 AP. So they figured out how to find the chinks in your armor after fighting a bunch of guys with no armor.
Are you sure you want to do that, Matt?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because it's the Gene Stealers is my most important one, right? It'd be cool on the Hormagaunts too. Nobody else needs it except either the Gene Stealers or the Hormagaunts. So
Okay.
I'm happy with that. So yeah, for the rest, and we had talked about this before, and anything that lasts to the end of the battle lasts through both battles.
It does.
And so like any upgrades we did beforehand. So they're now Scything Talons with AP -2 base, and then -3 if they outnumber you.
This is correct. All right, Master Ghali. He's formed a plan after seeing this slaughter. He's gonna embark inside the Rhino and escape this death trap of Xenos. But first, the Chaos Space Marines inside.
No. I like to picture that he opens up the hatch and like starts yanking the Chaos Space Marines out.
Move!
Hey, get out!
Move!
Get out! Get out!
Get out of the way! Fight them! So as they have disembarked, Master Ghali has embarked inside this Rhino, and that is going to very swiftly zip off.
Drive!
But there are some things burrowing in the ground, so he can't go too far, but he will go farther away from what's here. So he zips out of there, and he is away, safe for the time being. For the time being, he's safe. The raptors that are perched up above, they have a different plan. They're gonna come over here and squish some bugs. And then now the possessed are gonna move off. They see some juicy Gene Stealer targets. Gonna forego my psychic because my master possessions is fleeing the scene, which is okay. Would have killed one, maybe two Gene Stealers, if you didn't deny. Plus, there were no enemy characters nearby that I could possibly turn into a spawn. So, since that opportunity did not present itself, he took the flight opportunity. Now on to the shooting phase. All of the shots from the Chaos Space Marines will go into the Gene Stealers. One will throw a crack grenade. We'll start with him. That is a hit, and wounding you on a 3, that's a wound at -1.
So 5 up invulnerable save. Does not dodge it. How much damage?
1.
Which I ignore on a 5. Oh, he does
safe.
not seem to care.
Rapid firing bolter shots, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of my ruse, and it didn't matter in this case. So that's 5 wounds.
They dodge out of the way. 5 up invulnerable saves.
2 saves so far.
A couple manage to get out of the way. The bolters connect with other ones, exploding. And one of them just shrugs it off, and 2 more die.
Plasma first. Sure.
Supercharge makes it harder for me to ignore the damage.
It does. So here we go. That's a hit. That does not wound, and I can't re-roll it.
Can't? Why the wound roll?
Oh yeah, you're right. I was thinking about the command roll.
Yeah.
So because of the ruse, I can re-roll that. And it goes into a 2, and I wound you.
Okay, 5 up invulnerable. Otherwise, I have to make 2. Okay, I fail it. 5 up to ignore. I gotta roll double 5. Almost. He seems ignored a little bit and then just collapses in front of you. It's 3 dead so far.
Autocannon, hitting on 4s. That's 1 hit. And
3s.
because of strength 7. And that's a wound at -1.
So 5 up invulnerable save.
Nope.
You do not dodge it.
2
That's
damage.
2 damage, which I almost ignore. So that's 4 dead in total from that volley, which we'll pull from the front. That's what we're doing thematically, without losing coherency, of course.
Now, the Rhino, which moved 12, can still fire its shots. So, starting with the bolter up top, 1 hit. No wound, unfortunately. And the Havoc Launcher turns and fires as well and gets 6.
Well, it'll be automatically 6 because I have at least 11 guys.
Oh, no roll
Blast.
needed. So that just made me feel good twice.
There you are. Wasted 6. Should have saved it.
I should have saved it. It's so funny. It's rarely I'm shooting at units with more than 11, or more than 10 rather.
Right.
And so I'm like, yeah, I gotta roll. I'll get at least 3. Oh wait, it's 6. Here you go. Wounding on 3s in this case.
Strength 5.
Yep, no AP. So 4 wounds.
5 up to dodge it. 2 of them dodge out of the way of the explosion, and the one's caught in the explosion.
Oh, that did nothing.
The dust settles, and you see one of them look over at you and go with a silent intelligence.
Over on this side now, we have things shooting at the Hormigons. However, the Melta will shoot at your Hierodule.
Side here, duel, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that. No, we're not gonna do it first. Never do it first. I get a 1 to hit. So here, I'll do a, let's do a frag grenade.
Well,
That
auto
makes-
hit 6 times, right?
Okay, well then, let's get those dice. 4s to wound. 3.
3 so far.
Okay. So we can
Do your
just pool them
bolters.
together.
Yeah, just do your bolters. It's
Okay,
all
so we got
easy.
3 bolters now.
Both
That's
good,
2 hits and 1 more wound.
So 4 in total?
4 in total.
All right, so 6 up save, because there's no AP. 1 save, so 3 others die from that.
That is
Never to be seen again.
quite satisfying. Now for the Melta. Let's see. Let's see.
Did you miss?
I got a
Oh,
1.
you missed.
So it didn't matter when I rolled it. I should have saved that 6 on the other side.
Yep.
Oh well, that's okay. Into the charge phase. Let's just go ahead and charge you now.
Sure you want to clear the side here, Duel?
You know what? I think I'll take it as a sign, the fact that I didn't hit with my Melta. So I'm just gonna charge your Hormagaunt and go like this. And oh, pardon me, excuse me, you're a bit spiky, but I'm just gonna squeeze myself in here. And now for the important part, over here on this side. Let's do the possessed first.
I have no Overwatch, so really it's just your rolls.
7, okay, very good.
That's plenty.
And then now for the Chaos Space Marines getting in on some of the action there. They overkill with an 11.
Start of the fight phase, I will use Caustic Blood, which I've never used before, on the Hormagaunts. Whenever you kill a Hormagaunt, I roll a die. On a 6, you take a mortal wound as they bleed all over you.
I just auto mortal wound?
Yeah. No, it's only on 6s.
Oh, so it's not auto, so you gotta roll 6.
Oh, yeah, sorry. On a 6, it automatically does it.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm very sure that I'm uncertain.
I understand that.
Okay.
Partly. So I've decided to go first with my Chaos Space Marines. The reason why is because my possessed, a little bit harder to hit you right now because of what you did to them. Plus, they have invuln saves, so the chances of them surviving the onslaught of your attacks coming back is greater should you choose to interrupt me. There's, of course, the Hormagaunts interrupting, but I think you care more about your Gene Stealers. I'm going to bank on that. So let's go with the Chaos Space Marines first. Non-chain axe attacks. Hitting on 3s. That was needing to be rolled. Okay, that's not the greatest. And I wound you here on 4s, right?
Rerolling 1s.
It is rerolling 1s, so let's hope to not get any. And I get 3 in the middle there. So that helped a couple. So I only got 6 wounds.
5 up invulnerable saves. I stopped none of them, but I do ignore on 5s, which I should hopefully spike to make up for that lack of invulnerable saves.
Oh, that's 6.
You killed 6, and then you got your chain axe too.
Yeah, 3 chain axe attacks. Let's see what I get. So that's 2 hits, and these are wounding on 3s. 1 wound.
Reroll the 1. Reroll the 1.
Oh, I did.
You got your ruse.
I did. Yep, that's 2 wounds.
These are just 1 damage each. 5 up invul.
There you go.
There we are.
There you go.
So 6 of them die in total, which is more than you should have done. We'll stream in to take their place.
Yeah, they're gonna pile in anyway, right?
Yeah. I will use my once per 2 games interrupt.
Scratching of the head, that's all. The scratching of the head, I love it. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard. I'm down to 10 models, which means they still have their +1 attack. But I don't like this. You killed more than I thought you would kill.
Me too, yeah.
On average.
I thought I killed 2.
But I gotta strike back. Your possessed have 1 wound each, right?
Yeah.
Alright, because I also have a 1-use only stratagem, which lets me fight again at the end of the fight phase. So if I focus everything on the possessed, then I could fight again and try to kill your Chaos Space Marines and make up for the brutal loss of half of my Gene Stealers.
Quick correction to what I said. Possessed have 2 wounds apiece, not
it doesn't,
1.
It doesn't change. Oops, sorry, he was up here. It doesn't change too much. I'm going to put as many of them on there. And because I'm concerned only with killing them, I'm going to leave this 1 Gene Stealer back, but in coherency, so that I can piggyback and get that 6-inch aura of +1 to hit. And then everything that can attack the possessed will, and then we'll have a couple attacking over here. So it looks like we'll have 7 into the possessed and 2 into your regular Chaos Space Marines. Interesting fact, because I have 10 guys, I outnumber your possessed, so I get +1 AP, but I don't outnumber your Chaos Space Marines anymore, so I don't get the extra AP. So we're gonna do Scything Talons because they're -3 AP right now, because of the stratagem I used earlier. So 2s to hit. This is the Broodlord nearby. We're gonna take all of those 1s and re-roll them because they're Scything Talons. They all, but, 1 missed! Oh no, that's a bad omen.
Oh, you needed that 1, Matt.
Your toughness 4, so you got 4s to wound. Oh, that doesn't look great.
It looks about right. It looks about right.
No, it's bad.
No, it looks...
I gotta overkill you.
It looks statistical.
No,
It does.
that's not what I want.
You want better than statistical?
Well, after you killed more than statistical of my guys, yes. So 13.
Okay. So, good thing I got a 5 up.
Whew.
Because you're -3, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a 6 up otherwise, right? Okay, you didn't spike that. That kills a lot of them.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 left.
1 left. Okay, I'll take it.
So that was important.
That's my only interrupt for both games, but it feels like you had a potential, those 5 guys had a potential 20 attacks. So
Hitting on 4s.
Yeah, I know, but you know.
That's good.
Every model matters at the beginning.
They would have killed probably another 5 or 6.
Yeah, we'll see what one guy does.
Here, let's pile in with this one dude who's survived. And then D3 attacks.
Oh no!
Plus the
4.
1 for Hateful Assault. And then hitting you on 2s, actually.
4s. Why 2?
Oh, my bad. I was thinking of the Greater Possessed who hits on 2s and would have been on 3s, but these guys hit on 3s, now on 4s because of what you did to me.
The horror.
So here we go.
4 3s. No 3s. They all hit. How
4
wonderful.
3. I love it. You try to
Yeah.
jinx the dice. They will do
You
what
still have
they
to roll the
will.
wound.
I do.
3s to wound, rerolling 1s, though. It's pretty easy.
3s to wound. I got 2
2s.
2s.
Okay, you know what? I can't ask for better than that. Only losing 2 guys would be okay. 5 up invuln. Only losing 1 guy would also be okay. 5 to ignore. Losing 1 guy, A-okay.
Less than 10.
Yeah, and I've lost. That loses 13 attacks from that squad.
That's a big deal.
Oh, I forgot to do the 2 guys on your cast Space Marines. Let's do that.
You did.
They had 8 attacks between the 2 of them because they still had 10 at that time. 2s to hit, re-rolling. They all hit. These are going to be 4s to wound at AP -2 because they don't outnumber you. Ooh, only 3.
So 5 up saves. And I saved none.
I think there's only 2 of them. You failed them all.
Was there only 2 wounds?
Yeah, let's double check it, but I think there might have only been 2. No, it was 3.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's 3. It's all good. So, here. It's going to death.
Now I outnumber you.
Death. You do. Do you feel good about life?
Well, we'll see.
Okay. Raptors attacking now, hitting you on 3s. That's decent. Wounding on 3s, no armor save because of Astartes Chainswords.
How many you got?
Not as many as I wanted, Matt. I only got 6.
Oh, you're making me waste my caustic blood. So 6 of them will die,
Okay.
but as they die, do they bleed on you?
Oh!
Oh, what a waste of a stratagem.
Is that why you never use it?
I don't know. I think
Do you use it much?
I've never used it before.
Okay.
I think I forget about it because it's like you kind of when you have like 40 stratagems in a book, right? You usually hone in on like a dozen that you're going to use all the time.
Even a dozen's a lot. Wow. Yeah.
Well, there's actually quite a few good ones this year. That's maybe why I don't think of the other ones. All right, so let's grab some back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something. It's piled in. I'm going to use Feral Instincts from Blood of Baal. It's 1 command point stratagem, normally command point, on Hormagaunts, which gives them an extra AP in close combat. So they're going to be AP -3 right now. You don't have an invuln on Raptors, so they should actually hopefully chew through your armor. So we got 26 attacks from the 13 that got in there. 4s to hit. Scything Talons, let them reroll 1s.
Good thing, too.
Not a bad start, though. There's a few more. So 5s to wound, but AP -3. How often do you see Strength 3 -3 AP?
First time ever?
Yeah. We've got 1, 2, 3 so far. That was pretty bad. But we got 2 rerolls. Give me 1 more. Hey, 1 more.
There
Thank
you go.
you. 4 at -3 AP.
6 up save, Matt.
If you were Space Marines, I'd be bummed.
Okay.
So 4 of them just died, because that would only kill 2 of them, right?
That's right. So champion's alive.
1 wound only, though. Ugh.
Yep.
End of the fight phase. I'm going to use my 3 command point stratagem normally. That'll lets me fight a second time with a unit of Tyranids. Obviously, this will be my only time to do it, but it feels, once again, important to finish you off. I have lost a lot of my attacks. I'm still going to keep the 1 back and have him not attack to give the rest +1 to hit. I think it mathematically works out to give up 3 attacks to get +1 to hit.
You're spending a lot of strats on these guys.
I'm telling you, man, you've got me all nervous about having to go to a second game with whatever I have left. And I know I still have lots left, but every time I remove a model, I'm like, no! Why do I care about you? Stop making me care about my guys.
I'm okay if you spend your strats, man. Like, just...
I won't have them for the second game.
No, you
I'm
won't.
going to be strat poor
You will.
on the second game. And they're just going to eat them
I don't
up.
think I've used any strats. I don't think I have.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to
Like,
save them
whatever.
for the second game.
Like, whatever. When you read. So 2 of the Gene Stealers into the Possessed. Got 6 attacks now, only 3 attacks each. We're using our Scything Talons,
Only
obviously.
3.
Yeah.
Only 3.
And I think I outnumber your Chaos Space Marines now, so I get the extra AP.
Just a little.
So they all hit, and they wound on 4s. 3 wounds at AP -3.
Okay. It's a 5 up invuln save on that. He's got 2 wounds.
Yeah, he does. You make 2 of these. And he's dead. We
Not
got
even
him.
1. Jeez.
No. And then we got 6 of them into your Chaos Space Marines. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s, because they're the Scything Talon. Oh no, 1 missed.
There, just for that, my champion's going to survive.
Yeah, we'll see.
He'll roll 1 on the morale.
Now these are going to
Anybody.
be AP -3 because I outnumber you now, so I get the extra armor penetration. So 4s to wound.
That's got to be
Ooh, that's not good.
4 to wound?
It's 9 wounds.
What do you mean that's not good?
Well,
take them out.
it's fine.
You're
It's
gonna
good.
take
It's good. Sorry.
So I gotta roll 3 6-ups here, Matt.
Otherwise, they all dead.
Oh,
So close.
So close. Okay, so you took them all out. I tell you, man, if I had 2 wounds apiece, you would
know,
be
right?
shaking in your boots. Okay, so we have the Raptors here. Leadership. So on a 5 or 6, I'm running. However, I'm
don't.
safe.
Look at that.
I get to slice you first on your turn. Unless you run away, which I don't know if you can. Can you run away?
I can retreat or fall back and then just hose you with this with the side duel. Hive Mind wills these guys back a little bit, so we're gonna fall back, and then the Neurothrope is gonna stare at him ominously.
So he's got pride. He knows.
Yeah, he's like, I'm important enough that the Hive Mind now has. Oh, I have their attention. Uh-oh. Why does my head feel funny? And while it would probably be strategic for the Gene Slayers to hide for the rest of the game, that's lame. They're going to advance.
That's the spirit.
6, 14 inches. Try to run away from me, will ya?
No.
Over here.
Holy crap, they're fast.
And they can still charge after that.
What?
No OP, right?
I know. Matt, they're overpowered.
Hey, who else can move 14 inches and still charge? I don't know, like every bike and every Dark Eldar?
Yeah.
Broodlord will advance as well, 2. The idea here is to get him in smite range of that Rhino, which I think this will be. If that's not going to be in smite range, then he's just going to hide for the rest of the game. And then that's pretty much it, because my Tyranid warriors are so far away from the action that they really can't get there. So now we'll have some reinforcements come in. And then there's rumblings, and boom, a Moloch appears right there.
Oh.
And I'm gonna roll a die for him to see if I do some mortal wounds. The higher, the better. 5, that's D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds to the Rhino.
Ouch! Oh man, you took off a couple tracks.
And then the Raveners pop up as well, 9 inches away. They have nothing to help with the charge, no shooting, so we'll see if they make that charge. The the Neurothrope stares at your last Raptor, casts Smite, and he gets it with a 9. You have no way to deny that, so his head explodes. How much does it explode? Oh, a decent amount.
Okay.
There's a lot of gore.
So what that means is, if he was upgraded to have 2 wounds,
He'd still be dead. That's right. That's right. You go and be Primaris now. Wouldn't help. And then my Broodlord will try to smite your Rhino. He's got a +2 to this, but he needs a 6. Oh, it's a 12. That's a D6 mortal wound.
Oh.
So let's roll a nice healthy 6 here. Just make sure that the Gene Slayers pull it open. 2. All right. Well, that's
Hey,
want to do
it's
more.
okay.
Anyways, 2 more. We've got no shooting, so we're going to declare a charge. We're going to start with the Raveners. Did you want to Overwatch with your Rhino?
Nope.
I didn't think so. 9-inch charge?
I love how you ask me anyway.
Well,
That's a
you know,
fail.
I don't want to roll the die and be like, oh, I should have let him declare an Overwatch.
So they failed. He can't charge.
He can't because he just arrived, and that's his special rule.
But your June Estate
They will charge.
All right. What do they get?
They got a 4, which is more than enough. And I got nothing else to do, so I'm just going to pile them in and fight right away.
Sure. I accept your invitation.
So I'm just going to attack with Scything Talons. Broodlord's a little too far away now, so 3s to hit. Re-rolling 1s. Ooh, there's quite a few 2s in there. Quite a few 2s. I still think I should be able to kill you, but we'll see. 5s to wound at -3 AP, because I outnumber you. You've got, what, 6 wounds left on that guy?
Yes.
So here we go.
There it is.
Oh, I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should do it. You only got a 6-up save.
Okay, so I need to roll 5 6s to
Something like that.
stay alive.
Or you can blow up in my face. That works too.
That's better. I actually like that option better. Stranger things, Matt.
6-up involve or 6-up saves? Yeah, no, it's dead.
Oh,
so
that's it.
here's the question we all want to know. Well, first off, do you blow
I got
up?
it. I got
Do
it.
you blow up? Do you blow up?
Is that what you want to know?
I want to know if he dies. On a 1, he just dies like a punk.
What's the order of operations?
It doesn't matter to
which
me.
one do I do first?
You do. Well, technically, you blow up first.
Okay,
Just
let's see if
before
I blow up. See if I
you
blow
blow
up.
up. No. All right.
Do I die?
Does he die the most humiliating death ever?
That's pretty.
Death by rhino implosion.
That'll show him for.
He goes back to the
Picking
warp
up
and he's like,
that
how did you
Tyranid.
die? He's like, oh, Broodlord totally ripped my head off.
All right, so here we
It
go.
was the rhino
Here it is.
imploding.
Here's the roll.
Oh,
6.
opposite.
Ah, opposite.
He casually walks out as it explodes behind him. That's how cool that was.
I will figure out how to possess you, you Xeno scum. And then now, I'm not gonna run.
Bring it.
Beginning my Black Legion turn, I just have Master Ghali here, and he's going to do nothing in the command phase. However, he will smite you. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Outside of 18 inches for Shadow and the Warp purposes. And I get +1 on my roll.
It's because of the twist.
That's right.
Smite.
Oh!
It's a 12, which means I cannot deny that, because I'd have to roll 13, and I have no bonuses to my denying.
And there's no catalyst on them this round.
There isn't. So maybe I should have. All right, we'll see if you actually roll decent, though. D6 mortal wounds. I got 2, you got 2. Well, that seems fair.
Okay.
Two of their heads explode.
All right.
That sucks.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay.
Well, I'm glad you're okay with this.
Let's see if math is on my side for the shooting phase. I'm going to throw a frag grenade into the Gene Stealers.
It's minimum 3 shots, so let's roll higher than that.
4.
I was joking. That's fine. Whatever.
Auto hits, so wounding on 5s.
Oh, no, not auto hits. Still hit on 3s.
Well, I'm saying this out loud to the dice so that they just hit you. So I will. Okay, well, that's a couple at least. Wounding on 5s.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
All right.
Whereas a crack, that would have been something.
Well, no, you assume that
that's something.
you only got 1 shot.
Nope,
Nope, see?
Reroll though because of the ruse.
Still failed. Still failed. See?
Do you like being right? You were right. You are right.
Well,
you are correct
mathematically-
in the math. You are
Mathematically,
correct.
Frag is better than crack against swarms. So, unless
But
they're
it
tough-
wasn't in this
unless
case,
they're tough
man.
to 6 or something.
I don't know
But
if I
with swarms,
believe
they're
it.
tough to 6.
I don't know if I believe it. Now for the charge.
You could just push them in unless you really care about the direction you go.
I'm gonna charge you, Matt.
Bring it.
I don't have any other psychic thing that can do anything to you, so because AP doesn't matter for Gene Stealers. I think I
You made
make
it.
I think I make this. And here, I'm gonna go like this.
Okay. Seems very strategic.
It's really not. On 4 attacks in the charge. And I hit you on 3s. That's 2 hits. And wounding on 3s.
Reroll ones. Reroll ones.
2 wounds.
Okay. AP and damage don't matter. 5 up and vulnerable. This is all they got. Oh, got 2 more.
2 more, okay. So that's 4 that he's killed this turn.
That's right. It is enough that they could fail morale if I roll a 6, but not likely. And then I'm gonna hit you back with my Silent Talons, which will be -3 AP right now. 3s to hit. Too far away from that Brood Lord. We'll remove those 2s and re-roll those 1s.
Look at all those 1s.
Oop, 1, 2, 4. Re-roll. Eeh. I don't like that roll because I only forced a wound and I gotta get through 4 wounds. So statistically, I don't kill you, but you know, dice don't follow statistics. Watch. See? Only 3. You cannot die.
Okay, so 5 up invuln save.
Yes.
I make 1.
So you have 2 wounds left.
I do.
At the end of the last turn, I forgot to do my leadership test. I passed. I had to roll a 6.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, because I could have lost more, right? Because I'm outside of the 12-inch synapse.
Yeah.
So my turn is quite straightforward. The Gene Stealers will fall back, because there's no point in staying there and letting you hit me first, right? If you want to use your, I don't care, there. If you want to use your once per game interrupt, you can. We'll have,
Oh.
yeah, so I've got to kill you in one go, which
I'm not going to do that.
Which should be, well, I don't think you'll have a choice, because the Moloch is 2 damage, and he's -2 AP, so you only have your 5 up save, so you should be able to do it, but we'll find out. Let's charge. But sorry, the Brood Lord is just going to tuck behind there.
What is he afraid of? What's he going to do?
Your master possession.
In case he doesn't kill him?
Ravener's charge.
Oh, you're not going to... Doesn't he have shooting attacks?
Moloch? Oh, the Trigon does. You're thinking of the Trigon.
Oh, he looks the same to me.
The Trigons have bigger arms and better Scything Talons, and their synapse, well, the Trigon Prime is. They're better in almost every way, except they can't do that whole mortal wound thing, and then they'll charge him as well. Bop.
Beep, beep, bop.
Boop. Those are the Raveners. Seems like they have a better chance of doing it with 35 attacks from the 7 that are in. 3s to hit. They're using Scything Talons.
So hold on. You say you don't really bring these guys that much?
I don't. Well, you're playing Chaos Space Marines, right? let's just call a spade a spade. I'm not winning because it's good.
Goodness,
I'm winning
is relative.
No, I think your Chaos Space Marines are just showing their true colors of where they stand in the current meta. When I thought I brought a really crappy list,
You did.
and it's just walking all over you.
You did.
All right, I tried
You
my best.
ambushed me like
I'm
the
like-
Tyranid you are.
I'll just bring Raveners and huge swarms of Ormagons. Like, who does that? And a Moloch. Like, come on. And they just, oh, wow, jeez. These things are dying. So that was all the hits, by the way. And 4 is the wound.
It's like a candy machine.
Yeah, it wasn't that good a roll, but should kill you because these are all at -2 AP. Unless you like super spike your dice.
5 up.
5 up. No.
Okay.
That's like enough to kill 2 of him at full health.
Look, even if I made all the fails, I still would have died. Would you look at that?
You reversed it.
No!
Yeah, I win! Look at me. I beat up a player half my size.
And that's that. So it looks like the Tyranids have the victory in this first half. Now, for those who are curious, I only killed 285 points of Tyranids. Matt obviously killed everything. I do get my master possessions back in the second game.
So it's like, what, 650 then that you're down?
Yeah,
So it's like
roughly.
1,100 to 1,300?
1350.
So pretty close for the second game. You won't get a sudden death. What was your sudden death? I still don't know.
Oh, you want to know it? Well, just so you know, I had to have at least 1 model alive at the end of the game.
Oh no! Is that why you ran away? You're like,
That's why I'm going to go somewhere.
Oh no! So it was one of the sudden deaths where you actually had to play the whole game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst.
It wasn't like my warlord kills your warlord. Otherwise, I would have been in the
there's-
fray, right?
Yeah, I think there's even ones that are just like kill the enemy warlord and you win, right?
There was another one that's like, you got to be within 9 inches of the center, which I could have lured you away. You know, there's like, that was the one. This was probably the toughest one, but that's okay.
I guess you could have left
because
your
it matches
raptors
the
up top.
narrative.
You could have left your raptors up top and been lame like that.
But that is lame. Yeah, it's like, I auto win. Okay,
Yay.
all these rounds. You have no shooting either, so you can't even shoot me off this perch.
I wonder if technically I could deep strike the Raveners up there though, because I think you have to put them ground level. I don't think it says it anywhere. You just I could have deep struck my Raveners up there because you place them anywhere
But
more than
if I spread them out though,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, you put them like
but
right here.
this is all moot.
Or the Moloch. The Moloch, 1 inch away.
There's that too, I guess. Yeah. So I'm just play keep away the whole game. I don't know.
You're right. That's boring.
Yeah. But anyway, congratulations on your victory. So we're going to go through the second game now. Link in the video description below for Vault members, where I will be bringing my reinforcements. Now I got a lot more shooting power and toughness and wounds in this game. So let's see if this can actually finish off the remaining forces of the Tyranids in Game 2. Thank you very much, guys, and happy wargaming.